As you can see from the title of this video and the title of many videos across the internet at this time, you will notice things like Etika, found dead, suicide, talk to someone. But all I'm going to do is tell you the same thing that they have been telling you for the past week. If you don't know, well, first of all, I'm not going to be doing any of that. I'm going to give you my take on everything and my own personal experience with it. First of all, earlier this week, Etika, Desmond, otherwise known as Etika on the internet, has been found dead in his own home city. He basically jumped off the bridge and killed himself for seemingly no apparent reason, but there is a reason. Depression. Depression is a very serious thing that you should be able to get over on your own, but if you can't, people resort to things like this. And it's very unfortunate. And so things that you'll hear across the internet are, if you do have these sort of symptoms, don't be like Etika, because you'll hurt many a people and you'll miss out on a lot of things yourself, because in the world there's enough stuff to do for yourself, for your own sake, as well as other people's sakes. I'm sure Etika was a joy to have around, or to be around, and to talk to. And I'm sure that because he was going through his own sort of thing, people would probably talk to him and communicate with him about his own stuff. Or, kind of a back and forth, talking about this sort of stuff. And you can't do that anymore with him, and it's very sad to hear that, he passed away for such unfortunate reasoning. And so all you'll hear over the next couple of weeks is, one, Mario Maker 2, obviously. That's something that's big right now. But also, do something about your depression. And call someone, talk to someone, do the hotline thing. Many actors, actresses, singers are always doing these campaigns about suicide and all of these things. Well, I'm going to tell you something different. My story. So, based on my personality and based on who I am as a person, the things you'll get off of me is an awkward, sometimes shy, but also at the same time a super talkative person about certain topics. Right now, I'm talking to you without a script. And normally when I start doing my full-on heavy reviews, I will start doing scripts. And even then, I will still stutter. That's just because of who I am, and it'll take multiple takes. This will not take any multiple takes. My point in telling you that is because I, as a person, don't get multiple takes. And sometimes those multiple takes are not, the lack of multiple takes isn't enough for people. And for me, I slide through life with these accidents, and it doesn't work out in the long run, because sometimes I'm like, dang, why did I do that? Whatever. And so, not just about speech, but also, as a person, I emanate things that might make people think that I have depression, or I might need to talk to someone, and that person, like a doctor or a therapist, might tell me that yes, I am clinically depressed. And right now, I think that I'm living the best life that I can. Obviously, I do have my own slip-ups. Everyone has their own slip-ups. But when there's the constant pressure of social media around, I feel like that is where most people's depression comes from, is because of other people's opinions of them. Especially with the Etika situation, people are joking around saying, oh, he jumped off the bridge, oh, he's such a clown. Like, come on, guys, that's not appropriate. Death itself is a bad thing. Bad thing and a good thing, but it's also a very serious topic to be talking about. So there's no reason why you should be joking about these things. And these are the reasons people kill themselves, is because of you. But they also live their life because of you. So it depends on the type of person that you are and who you want to be, yourself to push on other people. For me, the pressure of social media keeps me going. And even though I might emanate things that might make me seem clinically depressed, I'm happier every single day that I can pull out my phone and look at some tweets and pull out my phone and see Nintendo Direct. These things are things to be looking forward to, not wanting to death. And sometimes people's negative opinions on things are sometimes even a positive thing because they might look at things at a critical angle. Again, looking at the Mario Maker 2 example, I am super hyped for this game. It's probably going to be the biggest game of the year for me. I am super excited for this to come out. And people like Andre Segers are saying, well, I was really excited for this, but I have negative opinions on it, and so far I only like the game. So, in that way, his negative opinion on the game makes me have my own opinions on the game, and we can, reflect those opinions off of each other. The negative opinion is always good, but not when it's directed towards someone in an inappropriate way. So, for me, my pseudo-depression isn't fueled by other people. Those thoughts are only making me a better person. And so, looking at the Etika situation makes me say, hey, wait a minute, I don't want to do that. I don't want to look like that as a person. Like, maybe you might put on a fake smile or something, but even though that's technically bad from the outside standpoint, at least you're doing something. At least you're not taking the drastic step that Etika did. And that's important to look at. One more thing I do want to say is that if you do have depression, and I'm probably going to just do it again, think about the consequences of these actions. You might get addicted to drugs, or you might do this, but at least getting addicted to drugs is better than losing your life. I'm not saying do get addicted to drugs, but if your doctor then prescribes you to do drugs so that you can alleviate that stress and that depression, at least that's better than losing your own life. Think about death as a consequence rather than if you're looking at it from this viewpoint, from the depression viewpoint. Don't look at depression as a positive, like you're going to leave life for your own sake and for other people's sake. Losing your life is the worst thing you can do to yourself and to other people. You probably made an impact on someone. Etika, for example, might have left an impact on some of these kids, especially in the black community, because he was super adamant about the racial thing and the politics thing. Every once in a while, politics, but he might have been an influence to anyone, not just the black people, but for anyone. He could have been influence to anyone, and he decided to throw that out the window. His presence next to someone like, say, Soli Pons is fun. Like, I love Soli when he does his collaborations and stuff. I love when people do collaborations, but the fact that he decided to take his own life ruins those elements for people. But that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay happy, I guess.